This is Irontrader. It is Tuesday morning, so we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Remember, the API number for crude oil will be out today at 4:30. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Now, nothing's really has changed here. Let's just take a look here on the daily. Okay, so basically we had just a little bit higher height today, but you can see right there, look at that 8 SMA here. See how that is? Now, when we look at this pattern here, okay, when you have this sell down like here, then you have the big red candle, then we have, your green candles going up here. This is basically a bear flag going on here, okay? Unless you can close above that 8 SMA, then that would negate the pattern. But that's what we got going right here. So let's take a look at the downside here first, okay? So what you really want is two critical levels here is you want to watch this 70.47 here on a closing basis for the week. Okay, that's key. And then we have right below that here is we have this 50-day here sitting at 69.10. Those are going to be very, very key levels there of support here. Okay, so now what we have here, and then what we do is we look at yesterday's low. That's going to be also very, very key. You're looking at 70.35 here. And then we come to the low here. You're looking at 69.50. Then we have 69.11. And then we have your big retest here of 68.80. Very, very crucial level here. But you always want to watch this 200-day here on a closing basis for the week, 70.47. You can see what it did last week. Blasted all the way down, but it closed back up here. Let's see if we can do the same thing this week here. And then that 50-day here on your monthly chart, that's always very, very critical. 69.10, which lines up very nice here with the bottom of this candle at 69.11. Now, if this 68.80 is lost here, well, then we just look to the left of the chart here, okay? So what you want to do is you want to look at this candle right here. This is that 67.05. If that's lost, we come to this candle here. You're looking at 65.38 here. You got 64.36, and then your retest here, 63.64 here. Now that's the downside. Now the upside is basically this 8 SMA here. This is going to be very, very crucial. Okay. Again, if you can get above that, that's the key here. Then we just follow these candles right on up here. So basically, you got 72.60 here. Then, and we have a 74.12, and then you got your big target up here, which is going to be 74.62. So bottom line, if you can close above this 72.52 here, then this is going to be your big target here that you want to shoot for, that's 74.62. Again, if you can get above that, then we can just follow these candlesticks right on up here. You got 76.76 here, but your big target right there is going to be 77.93, which lines up very nicely here with this 50-day here of 77.90. That is going to be your target. Okay, if you can get above that, then what we have here is this price channel. That's 79.77, which is basically the top of this candle right here, and it lines up very nice here with the 79.82, your 50 SMA here. Okay, but everything on the upside is going to be hinged right here, 71.52. If you can get above that, then we know where we're going to go. Okay, if you can, then she's going to go lower. But watch this candle here and watch this pattern here, because you got a bear flag pattern here going on. Now, on the RSI here, well, that could go either way here. This is still bearish here. Your green below the red here. It's trying to work it like a circus monkey here. It's trying to grow on, curl on up here. But we got to see how that all shakes out. Now, here, you look on this one. This MACD here, still bearish here. Your green below your red. No signs of that thing turning up at all here. Your RSI, well, that's kind of neutral here yet. So we just got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, usually I say you get seasonality here where you buy this the first week here. So far, well, if it closes above this 8 SMA here, then that would work out here. But right now, seasonality here, where you'd buy it the first week of January, hold it to the first week of, December, hold it for the first week of January. We got to see how that's going to shake out here this year. Every year is different here. What I don't like about it is the cuts that OPEC is making. And I'm sure they're going to get the cuts there, of 2.2 million barrels there per day starting in January here. But the key is what they don't have in their equation here is the U.S. The U.S. now is pumping 13.2 million barrels per day here, more than anything. And they're not a part of the OPEC, and you're not going to be able to control what is going on here. Okay, so that's what they have to keep in mind here. Okay, so bottom line here, Watch that 8 SMA here, very, very crucial. Watch this 200 SMA here, very crucial here. Watch this key 50-day on the monthly chart here, and then your retest 68.80. That's lost. 67.05 is your target. All right, let's see what old natty gas is doing. All right, here we have natural gas here on your hourly and your 4-hour chart here. Now you can see here, well, you just got a series of lower highs and lower lows. That's never good. It tried to go sideways action here, but when you look at the top of that candle, 2.62, and then basically you have your retest there at 2.60, lower highs. She came right on down here. Now, this pattern here does not look that bad here because you can have a possible left shoulder here, your head, and then your right shoulder here. The key is going to be getting above this 2.458 here. That's your 50-day. If you can go to 2.52 here. Then you can retest that 260 area and then possibly go up here to the 2.639 here. Now, here on your 4-hour chart here, pretty much the same thing. You can see how it's just coming around again. But what we need to do here is you got to watch this 21-day here, and then you got to watch this gap and this fill, okay? So the top of that is 2.49, and then you look to the bottom of that here, that is 2.54. So you got your gap and your fill, and then you can, if you can get above that, you can go to this 50 SMA here, which is basically your price channel level right there. All right, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Now, your daily chart there yesterday, I mean, this thing really, really sold right off here and left a big bottoming tail, okay? You can see that there now. But you also left a gap on top. So the gap on top there's that 249, okay? And then we looked at the bottom of this candle here. There's that 2.538. Okay, so that is going to be crucial, but really the key level here is going to be this 8 SMA here, sitting at 2.59. So if this can rally up here and fill that gap or even get into it, the next crucial level here is going to be that 8 SMA here, and then we got that 2.629, that 50 or 200-day right above it. Okay, now again, if you can keep going above it here, your big target is going to be that 2.80, and then we have right here this roughly 86, okay, which lines up pretty good here with your 21 SMA here. But you also have this 50 SMA here. You're looking at 2.67 here. So there is resistance in between here, but this is all doesn't really make any kind of a difference on this at this frame here, realistic, because what you need to do is you've got to get above this gap and this fill, and this 8 SMA is going to be absolute crucial, that 2.59, if you can get above 2.62, because you can see here, boom, boom, boom. But watch that candle yesterday, okay? That is going to be very, very crucial level there. Now, I was always pointing out here, this right here, this 2.425. So yesterday it went smash below it, but then rose right on up here. Now you can see the price is above that. So that is going to be key on the downside, that 2.425. Now, again, if that is lost, then you can come down to this 2.29. That is going to be your retest. Very, very crucial. And then we can just follow these candles here all the way on down here, okay? So bottom line here, see what you have is you got 2.20 here. You got 2.173, 2.13, and then we can come down here to 2.03, and then your big retest here is 1.94. Again, that's off a ways. The key is going to be holding this 2.425 on a closing basis. If that's lost, then you're going to come down here and do this retest here at 2.29, which would be actually a good trade here for the KOLD. Okay. Now, yesterday the UNG was really a good one. It kind of surprised you where it came all the way down here, but it was a really good trade there when you look at a tick chart or a 1 or 5 or 15-minute chart there. So that was a really, really good scalp there. So right now, again, I'm flat. Okay, I come in flat here because you don't know what natural gas is going to do. They don't call it the widowmaker for nothing. And the last thing you want to do is get up in the morning and say, oh, man, look how much I'm down on this trade or this trade. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know where to take. So I just do the scalping here until you can see some kind of a pattern here on the upside kind of a situation. Now, this was a really good scalping all the way down in the KOLD and the UNG and even a little bit of the Boyle there, you know. But bottom line here, unless on the upside it gets back above this and closes above that 259, you're basically going to go down to sideways here. So bottom line here, watch this level here on the downside, 2.425. If that's lost, your retest here, 2.29. On the upside here, watch this gap. Okay, that is going to be 2.49. Watch that fill at 2.538. And then we have your 8 SMA here at 2.59. And then we have your 200-day at 2.62. But realistically, this is the key level, that 8 SMA here on the old upside. All right, that's what I got for you this morning. I'll have more for you on the old crude ski and natty gas here after the pit close at 2:30. Thanks for watching.